Have you ever noticed that when you're really excited about a new goal, a new project, or a big dream, your first instinct is to share it with everyone? You want to tell your friends, your family, your coworkers. It feels natural, right? You're looking for support, for encouragement. But what if I told you that this very instinct, this desire to share your plans, might be the one thing holding you back from actually achieving them? This idea comes from the legendary business philosopher Jim Rohn, and it's a powerful one. Sometimes, the best move you can make is to keep your ambitions to yourself. Let's dive into why this counterintuitive advice might just be the secret key to unlocking your true potential. So why shouldn't you broadcast your goals? It all comes down to a fascinating quirk of our psychology. When you tell someone your goal, your brain gets a premature sense of satisfaction. It's almost as if you've already accomplished it. This phenomenon is called social reality. The positive feedback you get from others, the "wow, that's amazing," or "you're going to crush it," releases dopamine, the same feel-good chemical you get when you actually achieve something. Your brain gets tricked. It thinks the hard work is done, or at least well underway, and your motivation to put in the real effort, the grind, the late nights, starts to fade. You've gotten the reward without doing the work. It's like eating dessert before dinner. It spoils your appetite for the main course. Think about it. You declare, "I'm going to run a marathon." Everyone congratulates you. You feel great. You've established this new identity as the person who is training for a marathon, but when it's 5 a.m. and your alarm goes off for that cold morning run, the social validation you already received won't get you out of bed. In fact, it might make it easier to stay under the covers, because in the eyes of others, you're already that ambitious person. The pressure is off, and your drive diminishes. The real work of training, day in and day out, becomes much harder to sustain. Another huge reason to keep your plans under wraps is to protect your vision from the negativity and skepticism of others. Not everyone will share your enthusiasm. When you share a big dream, you're making yourself vulnerable. You're opening the door for doubt, criticism, and unsolicited advice from people who don't understand your journey. Someone might say, "Are you sure you can do that? It sounds really hard," or "A lot of people have tried that and failed." Even if they mean well, these comments can plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They can chip away at your confidence and make you question your own abilities. Your dream is a fragile seedling at first. It needs to be nurtured in a positive environment, free from the storms of other people's fears and limitations. By keeping it to yourself, you become its sole protector, giving it the space it needs to grow strong before it faces the outside world. Jim Rohn often talked about the power of quiet work. He believed that true progress happens not in the announcement, but in the daily unseen disciplines. It's the hours you spend practicing, studying, and building when no one is watching. This is where you develop real skill, real strength, and real character. When you work in silence, your focus is entirely on the process, not the performance. You're not trying to impress anyone, you're simply trying to improve. This creates a much deeper and more sustainable form of motivation. Your drive comes from within, from a genuine desire to master your craft, not from the external validation of others. Let your results be the announcement. Let your success make the noise. Think of some of the most successful people you admire. They often seem to emerge out of nowhere with a fully formed product, a groundbreaking idea, or an incredible skill. It's not that they weren't working. It's that they were working in private. They were in the lab, in the studio, in the gym, putting in the thousands of hours required for mastery. They didn't talk about what they were going to do. They just did it. Then, when they were ready, they revealed their work to the world. And the impact was massive, precisely because it was unexpected. It wasn't preceded by a lot of hype and talk. The work spoke for itself, loud and clear. This is the power of moving in silence. So does this mean you should never talk to anyone about your goals? Not necessarily. The key is to be incredibly selective about who you share your ambitions with. Instead of broadcasting your plans to the world, find a small, trusted circle. This could be a mentor who has already walked the path you're on, a mastermind group of like-minded individuals who are also pushing for their own goals, or a coach whose job is to hold you accountable. The difference is that you're not sharing for validation. You're sharing for strategy, accountability, and genuine support. These people won't just pat you on the back. They'll ask the tough questions, help you navigate challenges, and celebrate your actual milestones, not just your intentions. This is a strategic alliance, not a social announcement. So here's the challenge for you. The next time you set a big, exciting goal for yourself, resist the urge to post about it or tell everyone you know. Instead, write it down for yourself. Create a clear, detailed plan of action, then put your head down and get to work. Pour all that energy you would have spent talking about it into actually doing it. Focus on the small, daily actions that will move you forward. Let the quiet satisfaction of your own progress be your reward. Feel the power that comes from being the silent architect of your own future. Let your actions build the foundation of your success, brick by unseen brick. Imagine the feeling. Months from now, when you finally achieve that goal, you can look back and know that you did it for yourself. Your success won't be tied to anyone else's approval or expectations. It will be yours, earned through your own quiet, relentless effort. And when people ask, "Wow, how did you do that?" your answer won't be a story about what you plan to do. It will be the story of what you did. The results will speak for themselves, far more powerfully than any announcement ever could. Let your success be the big reveal. Work in silence and let your achievements make all the noise. Thank you for watching. If this idea resonated with you, let me know in the comments how you plan to apply it. And for more content to help you build a better life, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.